welcome to another MazPlay video. This is MazMojito, and today we're going to be picking up where we left off with Smalland, Survive the Wilds. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so we're jumping right back in here where we last left off. We were preparing for an incoming storm. We were trying to hurry up and get some kind of shelter together because, as you can hear the thunder in the background, there's a big storm coming, and there's messages on the screen warning us about this storm, and we just want to get some kind of protection. I don't know if we're going to have time, and I don't know if we're going to have enough materials to do that, but the importance is the storms take damage in this game. They lower the temperature. As you can see, my character's freezing, and eventually they kind of start sapping away with your health points. So you definitely want to have some kind of protection, unless you can kind of weather the storm and deal with the freezing temperatures. So as you can see, I just don't have enough resources to really build a decent shelter, so I'm just going to try to stay close to the fire. Not sure if that really helps me, but as you can see, my health is quickly dropping, and I'm starting to frost over there on the sides. But the good thing is the storm has passed, so now my health is starting to come back to normal. The blue parts, which represented the freezing, has gone away. So now we're gonna get back out there. We're gonna get some resources too while we're out there, just in case we have to run back to the top of the tree and continue building that shelter. But our main objective is still to make our way towards the captain, who's gonna give us the next mission. And we have him, the picture of the captain on the heads up display on the compass there. We just need to keep going in that direction, but we're gonna pick up some stuff while we're here. Interesting how big that key was that was on the ground. So obviously you do have humans in this world. It's just they're so much bigger than the fairy people, the fairy folk here. All right, so now that we've collected a decent amount of resources, we're going to see what kind of things we can build on our workbench. Preferably if we can get some ranged attack going, maybe some bow and arrows. We're going to definitely get those crafted up and on our tool belt. We're also going to see how many resources we have left to see if we can finish kind of that starter platform or base that we were working on in case we get another bad thunderstorm. Now, ultimately, this is not going to be our final base location, but it is a kind of temporary spot where we have a campfire and a workbench. So this is what we're going to roll with. Now, if you recall, before the rain came in, this is what we started working on, but we just did not have enough resources. So we're gonna look at the construction menu and see what exactly we need to finish this. And I don't really know if we're gonna go full-scale house up here. I think it's gonna be more of a lean-to, but we're just looking at some of the building options here. Pretty classical. You have your squares, and I don't know if you have triangle building pieces. Looking at the crafting menu for the roofs, it has all your typical survival building shapes, but I was just thinking maybe just a small little 4 square lean-to, just to protect us until we find a final home. But again, we're just starting the game off, so we still haven't made it to our main objective, which is the captain there of your unit that you're assigned to. But at least I do have my bow and my arrow, so at least I'll be somewhat protected. I really don't like to travel at night too much because the creatures that are neutral become aggressive, and pretty much all the things, all the insects here just become really, their eyes start glowing and get really aggressive if you get right next to them. So a simple grasshopper or ladybug would even attack you. Whereas during the day, they're pretty much neutral. They mind their business and they don't mess with you unless you mess with them. So what we're probably going to do is just kind of stay close to the tree. We'll get some resources. The sun's starting to come up, so the aggressiveness of the insect should start going down. But looks like we need a lot of wood and a lot of sprouts. I almost called them sprigs because I tend to get my games a little mixed up between Grounded and this one. So apologies if I call the resin sap. It's 2 different games, similar themed, but the terms are going to be a little bit different. So yeah, we'll go ahead, we'll collect as much as we can, because it's better to have too much and not need it than not have enough and then you're short when you're trying to build some stuff. Now these mushrooms are interesting. You chop those down and some of them actually give you some decent amount of food, so you can kind of use that to munch on. All these ladybugs are nice and docile right now, but at nighttime, boy, they become very aggressive. So they're also a lot smaller too, I noticed, compared to Grounded. But again, I'll stop with the comparisons of Grounded. The music kicked off, so that means that something's attacking me. Most likely it's one of those aggressive ants. Yeah, and they usually attack in pairs or threes. Ooh, they got some berries there, so I should see if I can chop that down and get some of the berries. I'm not too worried about those ants. Eventually, if you get too far away, they'll leave you alone. Like, as you can see, the music stopped. So we got some strawberries here. It's interesting. So at least we'll have some decent food as we're going out on our trek towards meeting the captain there. And now we have an even bigger aggressive ant, like a fire ant, compared to the other little brown ants. And it got bored and left us alone, so that's good. A lot of these insects are territorial. If you get too far away from their starting territory, they will leave you alone. So just trying to get some high ground to figure out where exactly I am. Lots of wood scattered around here, so that tells you how important it is. It's probably like a fundamental building block for things. A lot of nice decoration stuff. Oh, the mushrooms are really good too. If we can chop those down, we'll have some decent amount of food. But the music has kicked in. We're being chased, so we're going to come back to that a little bit later. You can always use grass or whatever this is called? What is it? Sprigs? I'm not sure. I have to get my terms right between games here. And we're back at the giant tree with the toadstool stair steps, or tree mushroom stair steps. Get some more resources over here. Okay, so that's called fiber. So we're gonna get plenty of fiber here. Plenty of wood, plenty of resin. We'll just try to pick up as much as we can. Lot of resin. And somebody's home is here. I can't remember exactly. Oh, this guy kind of gives you the main big quest. You could talk to him, get the background on the story of the elder. So if you want some lore, you can talk to him and ask him a bunch of questions, but that's pretty much what his purpose is. So we'll just talk to him for a little bit. All right, so we finally found him, and he's gonna give us our next quest objective. We did pick up quite a few resources along the way, so we'll probably have a decent amount to start building a more permanent base and shelter. Even though we have the kind of the tree base that we can always fall back to if we're in that area. So we'll go ahead and ask him a bunch of questions, and we'll try to keep it moving to whatever he's sending us off to do. All right, so we're going to take some time to change up our armor. Now that we have a couple armor pieces here unlocked, we had enough of the crafting recipes where we can go ahead and build this stuff, but he also gifted us some stuff as well. So as you can see, it's changing the look and feel of our character. Is also giving us some temperature protection, or each of the different armor pieces give you different types of protection. Some against cold weather, some against just melee damage, and there are other types of armor that you'll find throughout the game. But a lot of it has to be unlocked by meeting certain NPCs. So it forces you to kind of go out and explore the whole map and meet as many NPCs as possible. So this is kind of like the main headquarters where the small people live. When I played this game when it first came out, as far as like the early parts, it started off in this cave and you kind of run out, then you talk to the elder, and then the captain is like really close to where you are. But since they've made some updates, you don't start off in the same spot as I remember. In fact, you don't even start off in here. You actually have to find this place and then look around, see how it looks. But originally you did start in here and you had to make your way out, and you would talk to people on the way out and talk to the elder, and then you would see the captain. But yeah, they just switched it up a little bit. So this is really more just for exploration. This is to show, this used to be the direction I'm running now. This is where you would start the game back in the day. But I guess the update has changed that. Okay, so at this point, it seems like there's some kind of stuck. The quest seems to be stuck somehow because it keeps looping me back to the Elder, and the Elder is not giving me anything new to explore. It's the same commentary, so I'm not sure what's going on and why I can't advance the chapter to get to the next mission. Captain Hearn keeps sending me back to talk to the Elder, and the Elder has nothing new to say. So we may have to just kind of bypass this section and just explore the map on our own and try to get to the next NPC if we can't shake this chapter loose. Now there's a really bad storm outside, and it is nighttime, as you can see on my gauge. In the bottom left of the map has a moon symbol. Now we see an event marker to the left side of the screen. We could try to make our way there, but there's a really bad thunderstorm outside and it's nighttime, so I really don't want to go explore too much. Looks like the sun's up now and the storm has passed, so it should be pretty safe to get out and start heading towards that marker. So we are here on the other side of this river, and the event is way to the left, so we're going to try to make our way in that direction along the way, see if there's some more NPCs that we can talk to unlock some more weapons and armor. All right, so it's super easy to get lost in this game because you bring up the map. Although they give you like some indicators, I try to run in a direction where I see a new person's NPC's face. But we made it back to our main tree, our starter kind of like outpost where we have our campfire and crafting bench. And maybe we'll have enough materials to add to that little platform, but this is kind of like gonna be kind of like our little starting outpost as we try to figure out which direction to go. And we got another storm approaching. It's telling us to seek shelter, which we don't have right now, so we're probably gonna take some more damage just like we did at the end of the pilot episode. But what I'm gonna do at least is try to get some stuff stored in the simple chest and protect it, and at least we'll always have some kind of like temporary starting point, you know, that we can kind of call home, but it's not really home. But you know, we'll see. But for now, I think what we're going to go ahead and do and put a bookmark in the video. In that next episode, we're going to keep trying to explore the map, try to get to that next NPC and see if we can unlock some more stuff. And yeah, just try to get a general direction and mission. So at this point, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe because it really helps out the channel. And we will see you in the next video.